Emma Mackey playing Ella McCay. Say that 3 times fast. For the folks at home who are new to this story, to this world, who is Ella?
Ella is a very idealistic young politician. At the beginning of the movie, she is a lieutenant governor, and my boss, played by Albert Brooks, gets a seat in the cabinet, and I have to take over his position overnight. Ella is very passionate and very dedicated, but isn't quite equipped to deal with the inner workings, perhaps, of political life, or certainly not to kind of expand her career further than helping people, which is what she wants to do. Aside from that, she also has a pretty chaotic family life. My aunt is played by Jamie Lee Curtis, as you know. Jack Lowden plays my husband. And as this political ascension sort of happens, there's a lot of chaos that ensues in her family that she has to deal with. And it's the oscillation between those two worlds and her trying to keep it together.
That was easily one of the best summaries of a film I have ever.
I'm trying to figure it out as I'm saying it, so thank you for your patience.
Incredible. No.
It's a lot of things.
You landed the plane. That was beautifully executed.
Thank you very much.
Going toe-to-toe with Jamie Lee Curtis, sharing the screen with her, of course. What was the highlight for you? Anything that surprised you about working with such a legend?
Honestly, she's just so, and Jim will tell you this too, but she is such a good example on set, and she's so happy to be there and so professional and so caring of everyone, and introduces herself and knows everyone's names and makes sure. So there's to have that kind of level, I think, of professionalism is really important. And aside from that, she's also hilarious and make sure everyone is looked after. And when you get the jitters and sometimes it's all new and you're not figuring out a scene or something is, not quite right, she's right there with a hand on your back and is pushing you to get the thing and get it right. And she's just a wonderful presence. I adore her, truly. Yeah.
A favorite memory from your time on set?
Many. There are many, but
you're like, none that I can say on record.
I'm like, what can I say? Let's just say there are some great head-to-head scenes that I have with Jamie where there's a lot that comes to the fore.
Okay.
So it's very charged and exciting. So
I'll take that. I'll take it.
Yes.
Working with James Brooks, obviously writing this, directing, producing. What was the highlight of that experience for you?
Impossible to highlight one thing because it was such a partnership and such a long process for him. Obviously, it's his first directorial feat in 15 years. So the responsibility was definitely palpable, but it was so joyous and so... the script is really dense. The writing's obviously wonderful and precise and exacting and humorous and full of life and clumsiness and all these things. So I got to be a part of his brain in a way, and that was just the most exhilarating thing. And we got to do everything. Got to do everything in this movie. So it was a real privilege to be a part of his story in that way.
Absolutely. Yeah. And of course, we're here at CinemaCon celebrating film.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this the perfect film to watch in a movie theater? Get out of the house, go to the theater.
I just think any movie has to be watched. If you can, I think it's definitely the best experience, the best way to experience it. But I think... Jim Brooks has such a signature and such a tone and a humor and a humanity to him and to his movies that I think you want to experience it, and you want to experience the music, and you want to see every expression on Jamie Lee Curtis's face and every wink and every blink, and you want to feel that, because I think at the end you will feel a part of that family and you'll feel a part of that story, and that proximity is really important, I think. So yes, I don't know if that made any sense, but
makes total sense.
Are
continuously making complete sense.
Great.
Yes.
Off to a great start. That's great.
This is incredible. Thank you for that answer. It's so beautifully stated. When it comes to your own movie-going experience, I want to know, what's the go-to snack? Where do we sit in the theater? Like, what is the vision?
Whoa. Well, it depends. It depends where I am, but I'm actually not much of a snacker. I'm sort of like a kind of a classic. I was brought up not really having popcorn in cinemas. It wasn't allowed in my town in France. They were like, because noise.
Wait, are you Joke.
No, I'm not joking. So sometimes I treat myself to popcorn, sweet and salty, but I like to be in the middle or sort of on the aisle so I can make a quick escape.
Okay. Just in and out.
Just it's like a pragmatic thing. I'm like, I have to be by an
No,
aisle
that
just
makes
in
sense.
case. But I love it.
That
I
is
try to go there
fascinating.
every week. And in Paris, there are so many cinemas and they're really accessible. And so you can,
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
really
so is
great.
popcorn banned in
Oh
the
God! Now I'm going
Parisian
to start.
cinemas too?
No, it's not. It's not. Just when I was growing
in
up,
your town
we weren't.
where you were.
We weren't allowed snacks because it was rustling and noisy.
It is. It can sometimes be
which it is.
distracting. Yeah.
So as I grew up, I realized, I can have snacks now.
You're
This
like,
is
I'm
great.
my own
What
woman
a
and
treat!
I'm gonna have popcorn.
Wow.
I deserve this.
Yes,
I've
exactly.
earned
I
this.
deserve this. Exactly. So,
Okay. Before I let you go, do you have a favorite movie going experience when you think about the things you've seen in the cinema when you were a child, even as an adult, something that you maybe just really looked forward to seeing or loved walking out of?
There were so many, but I recently, a couple of years ago, we were on a movie and we would have cinema club every Sunday in London, and to go and we watched Space Odyssey 2001, which I'd never seen, and so to see it on a big screen and to be in the middle like that and just to experience it like that was, in recent years, that was one of the most exhilarating movie-going experiences, and everyone knows it, but it was just really special to see it. Yeah.
And were you still able to make your quick exit?
was.
Okay, very good.
Yeah,
Very
God.
good. The woman has a
I
plan.
regret to say.
Execute it flawlessly. Thank you so much for
Thank
stopping
you.
by. Congratulations on the film.
Thank you very much.
Good
Thank
to talk to you. All right. Well, first of all, Jim, congratulations on Ella McCay. What made you want to tell the story, and why our audience is going to fall in love with Ella?
Boy, I should have a really quick answer ready for a question like
this
that.
can be your practice round. We'll workshop it.
But what I was looking for is a contemporary heroine. I was looking for, that's what I was looking for, to try and, a woman happening in this immediate time and what would make her a heroine.
And why is Emma the perfect person to play Ella?
It was an enormous hunt for casting that part. I don't know that I've ever spent that much time.
Really?
And it took place here, and it took place overseas as well. And it's that thing that happens, and you have to keep going until it happens, and the system starts telling you, hey, make up your mind. Mm-hmm. But you keep going, and then you end up with somebody like Emma until she turns up.
Directing Emma, directing Jamie Lee Curtis, who we of course all know and love. What was that experience like for you?
Jamie Lee told me on the first day we met, I don't like being directed.
Well, that'll do it. He's like, and I'll see my way out.
And then she was the greatest actress to work with I've ever worked with.
Really?
So I don't know what happened, but
yeah, you changed her. She's changed for good. Or you are, maybe.
Or she pacified me to the point that I didn't exist.
Whatever gets the job done.
Yeah.
The film is here. We're excited to see it.
Everybody knows what she does when, in terms of the job itself. What she does for the spirit of everybody around her doing the job is something that I never quite came across before.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
That's really
She's
interesting
incredible.
to hear. Wow. When you think about the experience on set filming, what was important for you to keep top of mind, to make sure sort of permeated the ethos, the culture, the dynamic on set?
It's easy because I just try and make, and it's, everybody's there for the actor, and we all work for the movie, so it's not hierarchical, and I try for that spirit.
That's great. And of course, we're here at CinemaCon. We're celebrating film. When it comes to watching this in a theater, why is this film one that you really should get out of the house, drive to the theater, and experience fully immersed in this world?
Well, I think a comedy picture with an audience, it just takes on a new height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim, tell me more. Tell me. I will say, I appreciate how succinct your answers are. I'm like getting to everything.
You want longer answers.
No, I actually don't. I'm a big advocate for what you've said.
It reminds me of something I said in North Bergen, New Jersey once,
Tell me all about that. Please make that a comma. No, I'm joking. Your answers are your answers. I am curious to know about your personal experience as we celebrate the movie-going experience. What's your go-to snack in the theaters? Do you have a most memorable movie-going experience ever? A film that really touched your heart that meant more to see in the theater?
Well, there are several movies that Annie Hall comes to mind real quick, and old movies. There are old movies that I honor that I see lots of times. I mean, I love those Katharine Hepburn comedies. I love those Audrey Hepburn comedies, and the pictures of the 50s. which were on my mind as we did this, that where it's true to life, some real hard stuff happens in the movie, but there's screwball comedy in the movie. And I always wanted it to never go too long before we just sort of touch that base.
And when you're in the theaters, this is the most hard-hitting question of all. What is your go-to snack?
It's popcorn.
It's popcorn.
Yeah, it's popcorn.
Lightly
it's popcorn.
salted, extra
but
butter,
I have a thing.
plain?
I have a thing in the speech I'm doing tonight that popcorn with French butter.
Oh, so sophisticated. That's incredible.
I never
don't
had
think
it. I made it up. Yeah, I made it up. It doesn't exist. I don't think it
Okay, it's
exists in
not a
France.
thing.
I don't think.
You said it with conviction. I was about to go hunt down a tub of French butter, but that's just butter
French
you buy
butter
in
does
France.
exist.
Okay, I
And
would
popcorn
imagine
does
any.
exist.
Okay, it's possible. It is attainable.
Yes.
Okay, I'm putting it on the bucket list, Jim. Thank you so much for swinging by, and congratulations
Okay. Good to
on
see
the
you.
film.
Thank you. Thank you.